going to do the merge to sorted list problem, the 21st problem on LeetCode. For that, you are given two heads of two sorted linked list, list 1 and list 2, and you need to merge these two lists into one sorted list, and the list should be made by splicing together the nodes of the first two lists, and we need to return the head of the merged linked list. For example, let's say list 1 is 1, 3, 5, which is sorted in ascending order, and list 2 is given as 2, 4, 6, which is again sorted in ascending order. So what we need to produce is the merged version of these two linked lists, but in the sorted order, which is again in the ascending order. So if you go through the list 1, we can see that 1 is the smallest of the two linked list. Then we have 2 from the second linked list. Then third is the smallest, that is from the first linked list. Then we have 4 from the second linked list. Then we have 5 from the first linked list. Then we have 6 at the last. So to code it up, we need to also consider some edge cases. Suppose list 1 is empty and list 2 alone is given, then we need to only produce the list 2 will be the result. Similarly, if list 2 is empty and list 1 is alone given, then list 1 we need to return list 1. So these are two the edge cases that you need to consider if one of the list is empty. Okay, let's code it up. So this is the definition for list node. So each node has a value and a pointer that is pointing to the next element in the list. So let's code it up. So first we'll tackle the edge cases. If not list 1, in that case return list 2. Similarly, if not list 2, then return list 1. Okay, after that what we need to do is we need to create a result list which will contain our sorted linked list. So to create a result list, we need to use the constructor of the class list node to initialize that as a list node, and also we need a pointer to traverse through list 1 and list 2 while we are doing the merging, and initially let this pointer point to the result list that we have created. So result list right now has just one node, that is with a value of 0 and its pointer pointing to none. So it will be something like this. Pointing to none. So this is the list node currently. Okay. After that, we are going to merge the list 1 and list 2. For that, we need to traverse through list 1 and list 2 together, and whenever we hit the end of one of these lists, either be list 1 or list 2, we will come out of the loop. So we want to traverse list 1 and list 2 together, but once we hit the end of either list 1 or list 2, we will come out of the loop. Then we will do the merging. Merging is done by comparing the values of each node of list 1 and list 2, and we will add whichever value is smaller, which can be either of list 1 or list 2, into the result list. So for that, we'll compare if list 1 dot val is less than list 2 of val, then we will add that list 1. Since list 1 value is less than list 2, the list 1 will be added to the result list. So since pointer is already pointing to the first of the result list, all we have to do is make the next pointer of the pointer point to that node of the list 1. So suppose in our case where we have I have shown the example, this how it will be. So this will be the first node and this will be the second node in the result, and then we need to move the list 1. Since that list first value of list 1 is completed, we need to go to the next value in the list 1. Dot next. Similarly, we need to do the same for the list 2. Else means if list 2 value is less than list 1, then the pointer will point to the list 2 value, and list 2 is again moved to the next node. After this, we need to, so we are moving only the list 1 pointers. We need to move along the result node also, so that we can go and add at the end of this. So pointer is moving to the next pointer. This is for traversing the result list. This will traverse the list 1 and this will traverse the list 2. Okay. Now at the end of the while loop, we know that one of this list have completed, that is either list 1 or list 2. So in this example also, if you consider, while we were merging, first we consider 1, then 2, then 3, then 4, then 5. So list 1 got completed earlier. List 2 still has one element left, 6, to be added to the result. So to take care of that cases, what we do is, we don't know in the loop which one has completed, so we'll consider both cases. If list 1 is not equal to none, then we will point the pointer to that list 1. Similarly, if list 2 is the one that is not yet completed in the above while loop, then we will point the pointer of the result node to the list 2. Now, since we are asked to return the head of the merged linked list, we know that the first node of the merged linked list, of the result merged linked list is 0, the one which we have initialized, and we have started appending to it the list 1 and list 2. So we don't want to return this value. So what you have to do is, to return from 1, we need to return result list next node. This will return from 1. So instead of, because this we have pointed to none, and from pointer it is pointing to the next node, this will make sure that we are returning the from the first. Let's run and see. All the test cases are accepted. Let's submit it. We bet 81.37%. Good.